Good morning everybody, welcome into Spirit of Life Alchemy. Today is Wednesday the 15th of March 2023 and this is your morning message tarot reading. So we have some astrology for today. We have the moon starting off the day in Sagittarius. It's going to form a square to the sun and to Neptune. And then it's going to form an opposition to Mars, a trine to Venus before moving into Capricorn and squeaky chair here and forming a sextile to Saturn. We also have the Sun conjunct Neptune today, and it is the waxing half moon. So with the waxing half moon, we're going back into the dark half, the subconscious, 2 weeks of the lunar cycle, where this part, the waxing part, we're releasing, reviewing, letting go of what we don't want to carry into the next cycle. I always see this stage as sort of stepping down the steps into the underworld, meeting Persephone. So also with the Sun conjuncting Neptune after Mars squaring Neptune yesterday, so the conflicts and the challenges of that square between go-getter Mars and nebulous Neptune, today it's just a surrender into your dreamy imagination and just flow. Perfect with going into the dark half of the year. Could be dreamy state, allowing things to bubble up from the subconscious. As far as the other planets and everything, the moon trining Venus is supportive, and then sort of as the moon moves into Capricorn to sextile Saturn, God, my brain this morning, it's time to ground into the divine feminine energies, but the more assertive and independent side, with Venus being in Aries for another day or so until tomorrow actually. So yeah, we're just gonna stop trying to force anything, just no pushing forward, just surrender to the energies and just see where you're led, being receptive and being open to see what comes up and then grounding into that energy. Okay, so let's do some cards and see what the cards have to say for today. So let's have the Gaia deck and let's have the Marielle deck. I can put things over there, get rid of my little mouse. Okay, so let's start off with the Gaia cards and see what the cards have to say for today. So what do we need to know for Wednesday the 15th of March 2023? Messages from Spirit please for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give the collective to help us navigate today's energies for our highest and greatest good? What do we need to know? What do we need to know? Okay, so at the bottom we have the goddess of creation, transformation, creativity and wholeness. That's what I was saying. Surrender to the imagination and the dreamy state. See what bubbles up, that divine feminine energy for creating the now and the future. Apprehension, moving out into the world, doubt and fear. So yeah, the energies aren't really about moving out into the world today. We've got that moon opposing Mars, so there's conflict of that's being motivated and action orientated. And then we've got purification by fire, the bare essentials, the naked truth and wholeness. Okay, so what I was saying about, you know, the Venus energies being at the end of Aries, and the moon at that stage still being in Sagittarius, we've got that fire energy. We're shining a light into what the bare essentials are, the naked truth, getting rid of all the superfluous things that we don't need, and just getting to the core. And that could be to the core of your fears and your doubts and things, that will help transform and bring up that creativity and lead us a step closer to wholeness. If we're not already in wholeness, I do believe that we're we're whole even when we're still working on ourselves. Complete and whole. Anyway, that's the oracle cards. Let's have a look at the tarot and see what the tarot wants to add to the story. So what do we need to know for today, the 15th, Wednesday the 15th of March 2023? Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give us to help us navigate, to navigate today's energies for our highest and our greatest good? What do we need to know? Okay, so let's see. Let's start off with the Tower. So we have the Tower, we have the Four of Wands, we have the Wheel of Fortune, we have the Four of Discs, and we have the Six of Swords. Clarifies, we have the King of Cups, we have the Magician, and we have the Nine of Discs, and then at the bottom we have the Knight of Discs. Okay, and I've seen the Ten of Wands and the Ace of Wands, so I'm going to take those as well. Okay, so where we find ourselves at the Tower, old structures are falling away. This is the transformation. This is getting back to the bare essentials and the naked truth, uncovering those fears, uncovering those doubts, uncovering whatever it is that is holding us back, and letting it fall away. How we've got here, we've got the Four of Wands here, and I know from tomorrow's astrology we've got the moon formula square to Chiron and to Jupiter, so reactivating that conjunction from the weekend energies. And it really felt to me that weekend, that conjunction at the weekend between Chiron and Jupiter was like a portal that we were going through, that was opening us up to new healing. Okay, so I'm seeing that as the portal for today. We've been through that, our eyes have been opened, and now we're dealing with what's come up. The card beneath, the Foundation, the below card, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. This is fated, this is divine timing. So another message about surrendering to all of this. Stop trying to control it, allow it to emerge as it needs to, so that we're not sabotaging ourselves. Often the best thing we can do is to surrender to what's going on out there, because if we try and fight it, if we try and force our way through it, then we can end up self-sabotaging, and we don't want to do that. Okay, the card above, which is the gift from Spirit, we've got the Four of Discs here. So the Four of Discs is about a sense of security and strong foundations and balance. What I was saying about grounding, that independent and assertive Venus energy into for the trine from the moon, and then the moon moving into Capricorn and sextile in Saturn, ground our values, ground ourself and earth ourselves into our reality, whatever's coming up, whatever sort of bubbles up from the subconscious, and the truth of things. Once you see it, then start grounding it into reality. Okay, we've got this. We're moving into the Six of Swords, so we're moving away from this tower energy to safety. Okay, it's collapsed down around us, and once it's gone, then it moves us more towards safety, and so that we can start creating the new life, the new structure that is more supportive. Once we've got to the bare essentials and the naked truth, then we can start building from that new perspective. The clarifiers, we've got the King of Cups. So the King of Cups is cardinal water, fire of water, Cancer energy, so balanced emotions. I know sort of when we get tower moments, we can be a bit all over the place, and it can be really scary, and those fears and doubts can come up. The King of Cups is calling on us to trust our intuition, trust ourselves, trust the universe, keep our emotions balanced, take time out into retreat and nurturing if we need to, but know that it's all okay. Which is summed up by the next card as well, which is the Magician. The power to change all of this is within us. The transformation, the manifestation, it's all within us. We're not helpless, we're not lost. The universe is working for us, and supporting us. If we just relinquish control and go with it, we'll be fine. Stop trying to fight it. I think that's the main message for today, is to stop trying to fight things, stop trying to hold on to old structures, and just go with the flow. And then the last clarifier, we've got the Nine of Discs, which is self-confidence, independence. This is that Venus in Aries energies. Know that you're always going to be right. Whatever life throws at you, you know, you're capable of creating your own abundance and everything. And in one of the phrases I use when I go through tower moments is reminding myself that I'm not going to die. It's fine. I've been here plenty of times before. This is just another cycle. What have I learned from the past? Looking back at previous tower moments, what have been the biggest lessons? And the biggest lesson has always been, I didn't die, I'm still here. Generally, it's turned out to be in a good way. It's got rid of stuff that I no longer need, whether that is mental patterns or emotional stuff, or actually physical stuff in my world. As that's dropped away and I found my independence and my self-confidence, I've gone on and grown and developed and flourished. And I think also, because we're going into that dark half of the lunar cycle, we're also at the very last week of the dark half of the year, with next Monday being spring equinox and next Tuesday being new moon in Aries. We're just, sort of sorting through the last bit of darkness before coming out into the light. Now, we might be a bit bleary-eyed and a bit oof next week, but we will be in the light half of the year. Obviously, for people in the southern hemisphere, you're going the other way. You've had your light half of the year and are going back into the dark half of the year. So your energies are retreating inwards, and you're doing the inner work for the next 6 months. Okay, so that was the clarifiers. The cards at the bottom of the deck, which is what's going on internally, in the subconscious, in the environment, just out of sight. We just can't see it, but we have a sense that it's there. We've got the Knight of Discs, so slow down. There's no rush. Get out of that panic frame of mind and just slow down and relax. Okay, by doing that, you're less likely to get overwhelmed. The 10 of Wands. Okay, and next that we've got the Ace of Wands. So by slowing down, just focusing on one thing at a time, the first thing that's in front of us. Sometimes it could just be even getting out of bed, getting some clothes on, cleaning your teeth, making yourself some food. Ignore all the other ones and just do that for a day. It gives you a sense of, well, I've achieved that. So yeah, slow down, go deep to stop getting overwhelmed, focus on the essentials, what's inspiring. Okay, and we're turning the 10 of Wands into the Ace of Wands. Okay, so take care out there, everybody. That's today's reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it resonated for you. If it did, please do like, share and subscribe to the channel. Click on the wiggly bell for notifications when I'm releasing readings. If you'd like a personal reading from me, then email me at the email address below this video in the descriptions box. Have a wonderful day. Take care of yourselves. And until next time, thank you for watching.